Good morning, welcome to Headline Focus here live on Core Politics with me, Rob Double. It is Tuesday the 27th of March 2018. Let's have a look at what's making the political headlines today. So to start off with, a big diplomatic coup for Theresa May and indeed the UK government as well, both on a regional and national basis. 20 countries have now announced they are expelling Russian diplomats from their countries, including 16 EU member states and the United States. Now, this is on the back of Theresa May, the Prime Minister's big effort, diplomatic effort to convince other countries of the evidence suggesting that Russia was involved in the nerve agent attack in Salisbury earlier this month, and that, therefore, Russia should face some kind of punishment on both a regional and a global level for their actions. US has kicked out 60 diplomats, actually more than the UK. Obviously, the UK kicked out 23. And in terms of the effect of this, you will expect to see Theresa May and Boris Johnson, the Foreign Secretary, touring these studios today, or rather making big media appearances, to really emphasise the achievement they've made. So the Prime Minister is at the Commons Liaison Committee this afternoon, where no doubt this will be on the agenda, along with many other things, including Brexit, which was one of the key points on the agenda from the European Council meeting last week. 6 Western allies, it's reported in The Sun today, Poland, Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, Australia and Japan, plan to follow Britain's lead and refuse to send officials to the World Cup in Russia later this year in the summer. More than 130 people might have been exposed to the Novichok nerve agent used against the Skripals in Salisbury as well, as Theresa May said yesterday. So a mixed bag, but certainly in terms of diplomatic clout, the UK still, at least in the media it's reported today, has got some friends amongst other countries. Next up, now the Labour Party is not having a particularly good week this week, or rather the shadow leader, Jeremy Corbyn, is not having a particularly good week after a protest, and much of the media are covering yesterday, a protest in Palace Green was called Enough is Enough protest, and it was an against anti-Semitism within the Labour Party. Telegraph counted more than 15 Labour MPs in attendance. Now, what it was also, it was a proxy criticism of Jeremy Corbyn as leader and his tackling of anti-Semitism within the Labour Party. So Corbyn acknowledged that anti-Semitism has surfaced within the party and that Labour has been too slow to act. However, for some, this has come a little bit too late with regards to the number of complaints that have been reported in the press regarding anti-Semitism and his reported lines and reactions to it historically up until this point. Certainly this is a story which is not going to be going away. There's a lot of fractions within the Labour Party amongst MPs, but also amongst the membership as well, regarding how to deal with this issue and also the effectiveness of Corbyn as leader in dealing with this issue. There are some within the Labour Party, or at least Corbyn supporters, who see this as part of a media smear campaign rather than anything else. So expect some more lines than this as the week goes forwards, and also today as well. Finally, Jacob Rees-Mogg is back in the headlines, of course, to do with something to do with Brexit. It's now roughly a year to go until we officially leave the European Union in March 2019. And Jacob Rees-Mogg is giving a speech 1 year until Brexit, and he's going to say in it, Remainers who refuse to accept the result of the European Union referendum are like the Japanese soldiers who refused to surrender after the Second World War ended. Now, just for a bit of balance, a bit of blue and blue action going on today, Lord Patten, a former Tory cabinet minister, will also said today that the closest hard Brexiters have come to a free trade deal is the checkout at Waitrose. So as you can see, the Conservative Party has still got some divisions as well over Brexit, specifically from the more Remain supporting MPs and politicians all the way over to what's known as the hard Brexiteers, someone like Jacob Rees-Mogg. Those will surface and become ever-present as we get into these final months of negotiations, and the final deal will actually begin to have clarity and begin to be scrutinised. That's pretty much it for today. You're up to date. Don't forget you can find all the latest on what we're doing here on Core Politics on our Facebook page and Twitter right here. But from me and all the team here at Core London, have a fantastic start to a Tuesday.